PWCC does a great job at this. You can go and search by weekly auctions. Right, you could see last week, you could see this week, and you can see preview only for the following week. So what you're able to see is when this week has been bid up and there's a Zard or a card that you're looking for, the exact same card in the following week's auction, like the following week's auction card, and let this one play itself out. Because here's what's going to happen. These two bidders are going to bid against each other, bid up the price, and you might be able to get next week's card for a steal. That's what I've seen.
I think you're most likely very correct. And what if I were to tell you that for Michael Jordan's Fleer, what if the Michael Jordan in a PSA 9, what if there were 2 in this auction?
You love to see
and there's another 9 coming up in next week's auction. As a buyer, wouldn't you say, all right, well, you know what? There's one at 13, there's one at 12. All right, this might be one where I have an opportunity. This is what we talk about, how when things change, it's if you're a buyer, you can look for items. Now, you know this card. What was this card at its
opportunity, right? Because this is what you get from this show. It's not go buy this.
Correct.
It's hey, watch how this plays out. It's an opportunity.
Yep, 100% correct. So what was this card at its peak?
I mean, I could go to Card Ladder for it.
I thought you knew. I thought this was one of those you were looking at, or I think you were looking at about this price in lower grade. Point is, if this is a card you're looking for, it's kind of gotten beaten down, and there's 2 in this auction and 1 in the next. Same with the Zard. There are 2 PSA 9s, both ending in the weekly auction this week. One's at 12, one's at 10.5, and I know personally at the National last year I sold one of these for double that. If these are the cards that right now were in vogue last year, are not in vogue this year, and will probably be in vogue again next year. After people scoop up these ones at a bargain. Bargain is relative. These are 5-figure cards, both of them. So it's
9K at its peak last February, which
that's insane. But I look at these guys, and it's less about, I'm not telling you go buy a Charizard, go buy a Jordan. It's interesting to see this stuff play out, that these are the cards that were talked about, last year as the ones, and now this year's narrative is don't buy, a card that's rare just because of the grade, buy a card that's rare because it's rare. If you sort the cards in this week's ending auction, these are 4 of the top 5 priced items. 2 Jordans, 2 Charizards. They're right there on the top, just sitting there waiting for you. And then there's a couple more Jordans and a bunch of other things as well.